Welcome back friends. In today's video we are going to cover the Nobara KDE Desktop. So let us start. This is the login screen of Nobara KDE Desktop. It is a typical KDE login or a KDE greeter screen. There is nothing special. You have got a virtual keyboard and then the session selector. So we are going to log in into the Plasma Wayland session. And here is the name of the user and the photograph. If it is uploaded, it will be shown here. We will first correct the resolution. Okay. So as usual, we are greeted by two screens. One is the enablement screen. So here the video playback and encoding enablement is done for the non-free codecs. So we will not going to do this because we already done in the last two videos on Nobara Linux. So you all know how to do it. So we will not ask you this again until your next login. So on the next login again, it will appear if the Nobara welcome screen is enabled for booting up on every boot. So whenever you will boot, if Nobara welcome screen is enabled for the startup, it will come up again. So this we also offered to install the video playback and encoding enabled every time whenever the Nobara welcome is started. So we all know the first steps: recommended additions, look and feel, troubleshoot issues, join the community, and the contribute to Nobara. So we have already seen the welcome screen two times. So I will not go in very details. Let us check out if some updates are there, because there were 157 updates in the last two GNOME desktop that we checked with Nobara Linux. So one was the Twig GNOME desktop, that was the official ISO of Nobara, and the standard GNOME desktop, which was a optional ISO of Nobara. Let us see. So while it takes some time, let us investigate the desktop. I will close this screen. It won't be minimized because the update is running now. Okay, so you can see this is the standard KDE desktop wallpaper that is in the background. You have got a panel. The standard KDE panel is at the bottom. You see the updates are already being shown. So we can close this, yes, and then we directly go over to Discover to check the updates. So here this is the standard KDE organization wallpaper. So there is nothing new. There is no, I think, wallpaper available. Let us check if any Nobara wallpapers are there. No, only the default KDE organization wallpapers are there. So I will close this. In the panel, you have got the application menu, the system settings, Dolphin file manager, and the Discover software center, and the Mozilla Firefox default web browser. You have got the volume control, you have got the network manager, you have got the hidden icons like notification, clipboard, night color control, vaults are there, power management, disk and device, KDE connect, and the lock screen status are there. And you have got this day, date, time with calendar function, and the minimize maximize windows is there, or show desktop you can say. In the application menu, you got the favorite section where system settings, Nobara package manager or the software installer is there, Discover, Dolphin, and the Firefox is there. In all application, you can see all applications which are sorted out alphabetically. In administration section, you got the DNF Dragora. So DNF Dragora is a software store which is based on the DNF package manager that is used in Fedora. You have got the firewall, you got the language selection, and the Nobara package manager. So once we check out the updates that are available, we will check out the Nobara package manager. Meanwhile, let us check out the firewall. I think it is 5 years. It is firewall D. So in firewall D, you can configure the security zone wise. So there are different zones like the block, DMZ, drop, external, Fedora server, workstation, home, internal, NM shared, public, trusted, and work. So these are all profiles that you can configure. So right now by default it is configured with the Fedora workstation profile. So you can use this profile. You can configure the services, ports, protocols, source codes, masquerading, that is DNS masquerading, port forwarding, ICMP filters, rich rules. Then you can configure the services which will be allowed or not allowed in the firewall filters, IP sets, which IPs will be allowed to contact the external IPs and which will be not allowed, both ways. So the different zones or the different firewall profiles are there. You can configure, you can even change the default settings of the profiles. So right now this wired connection is there, which is default. These are the different network interfaces and network sources that these are part of the active bindings, and the configuration right now running is runtime. There is also one configuration called permanent. So this is the permanent configuration, and right now you got the runtime which is running. You can check it out in detail by yourself. Now let us check out the DNF Dragon. Now won't work because the updates are running. We will check it out later. In the development section, yes, so you can see here it is already showing 289 available updates. So what is happening is in GNOME there were 157 updates. Here it is 289 updates. Why it is same operating system Nobara? Because traditionally if you see, KDE offers more features, more bugs are there, and more bug fixes are also there. In GNOME the system there are less features than KDE, but there are proportionately less bugs also, hence less updates also. So features take some time to come up in GNOME, while newer and newer features are pushed to KDE desktop regularly. So therefore proportionately there are more bugs in KDE, but they are also removed that fast. So more bugs comes, more fast is the bugs crashing, and in GNOME lesser features come, and so there are lesser bugs. So either way it is your choice which desktop to use. Both are good, both will work and satisfy you. Okay, so now in development you have got the Kate is there and the QD bus viewer is there. Okay, in updates it was asking me to contribute to the survey. Okay. In game section, you got the G overlay, that is the configuration for the graphics. Lutris is the video game preservation platform. Proton Up Qt and the Steam is there by default, just like in the GNOME desktop. So all these are common applications which we also saw in the GNOME desktop. In graphics, you got the GWinView, Inkscape, and Ocular. Ocular is a document viewer. Inkscape is a vector graphics editor. In internet section, you got the KDE Connect, KNet attach. It is a network folder wizard. Open on Connect device via KDE Connect. Steam is there. Web applications are there. And we saw how to make a web app out of the Mozilla Firefox. In multimedia, you got the Elisa player. Camoso is the camera. Pulse audio volume control is there. So there is only one default player, video player, that is Elisa. It is a music player. And meanwhile in the updates discover, you got the system upgrade. So it has found 278 packages to upgrade. So let us go for the upgrade. Let us see what happens. Let us update it. See technical details. Multiple patches of yes. So there are some package configs are found. So there is an issue. So if you are preferring to install the Nobara KDE Desktop, please be aware such conflicts can come up. So you have to report this issue, and let us do the update all. So it is not allowing, there is some issue with the package, multiple matches of Umex DNF. So we cannot go with this upgrade. So we will just report this issue and then I will close. We will try to do the update in terminal. Let us see if it happens in terminal. In office section, let us now check. you have got Ocular and the Office, only Office desktop editor. So this the only Office complete suite is not there. Only the desktop editors are available. So what you can do is on install, you can open the software store, that is Discover, and then install only Office full suite. So you always install full suite, so you get all the features. In desktop editors, there might be some limitations to the features available. So if you are doing some hardcore editing of text, creation of text documents, then you should go with the full suite, not the desktop editors. In settings, you have got the standard KDE system settings. In system, you got the Crash Process Viewer, Discover, Dolphin, Fedora Media Writer is there, Info Center, KDE Partition Manager, Console, System Guard. Let us check out the System Guard. So here you can see. So the Plasma, let me check. Plasma shell is using around 132 MB of shared memory and 112 MB of RAM memory. Window Manager is using around 22 MB and 100 MB of shared memory. Let us check out the system load. So the memory usage, RAM usage is around 1.2 GB of RAM. So that is okay. Nothing very low, nothing very high. CPU usage is between 0 to 2%. I think only 2 cores are active. Yes, 2 or 3 cores are active. Sometimes 3 cores, sometimes 2 cores are active. 1 core is idle. So that is very good. It is a good CPU usage. It is quite controlled and it is better than most of the KDE desktops I have seen. Okay, so I will now close this. Okay, Wallet Manager, menu editor is there, problem reporting, that is the ABRT tool, SE Linux troubleshooter, system monitor is there. So you got both system monitor as well as K system guard. Let us check out the system monitor. System monitor is yes. So here it is showing 1.7 GB and disk usage is 7.2 GB. So this installation is not the heaviest one and not the lightest one. It is a middleweight system installation, and RAM usage is a little bit on the higher side for a KDE desktop. CPU usage is quite controlled, less than 5%. That is good. Okay. In utilities, you have got the ARC archiving tool, emoji selector, Kcal, K character select, K find, K JPG, K Mac, K mouse tool, K mouth is there. It is a speech synthesizer. Open RGB is control RGB lighting, Proton Up Qt, Spectacle, welcome to Nobara, and the Winetrix. So Winetrix is there, so you can install your Windows applications and run them on your Nobara Linux system. Then there is this lost and found section with the update and sync, and you got the help, that is the KDE help center. So what we will do is we will go back. Let us open the Nobara package manager. Let us see what happens. Oops, sorry, it looks like a trouble occurred. If you like to help resolve the issue, please send a report. So we will of course going to report it. Umex DNF has some bug. So we have reported the misbehavior. Now we will close this. Let us open the DNF Dragora. So it is just a software store just like the Synaptic Package Manager in the Debian and Ubuntu world. So here there are categories or groups of applications. You can filter through those application groups. You can update your system using this. You can uninstall any or multiple packages in a group. So here what we can do is, let us refresh the metadata. So it will refresh the repositories, everything will be refreshed. It will sync with the Fedora repos. And then we can try to update it using the DNF Dragora. It should work. In Fedora, the DNF Dragora is okayish, not the best. It is not as capable as the Synaptic Package Manager, there are some definitely issues with the DNF Dragora software store. For example, if you use the Fedora Cinnamon desktop and try to use the DNF Dragora, it takes hell lot of time to first update itself. So after the installation, 2-3 hours it keeps on syncing. It takes a very long time to sync. Then the packages get updated and you can see the latest packages available. Then installation also takes some more time. So in Fedora it is better to install either using the GNOME software store or you can install it from the terminal. But DNF Dragora is not recommended. I have not checked out the DNF Dragora of the Fedora 37 that is going to be released soon. Maybe they have scratched the bugs in the DNF Dragora. But here you can see still it is not working. See how much time it is taking to sync and refresh the packages. It is takes a lot of time. I wanted to specifically show you this because if you install this KDE desktop of Nobara, then you will face the issue with DNF Dragora. So I wanted to point you out the issues with the DNF Dragora. If they make it to work properly, nothing like it. So it is very good for users. It is very easy for the users to choose and not to choose install or uninstall the single application or a group of application. In one go you can do it. It is very easy. But the issue is with the bugs inside this DNF Dragora. See, now it is working. It takes some time. So okay, now what we do is we open, let us see. Okay. Let us check out to update applications. Let us see if it shows the applications that can be updated, packages that can be updated. Okay. Okay, so it is not going to do it. So I think it is not working. I will close this down. We will do it in terminal because there is no way to update it. It is taking some time. So I think we have checked everything out. Let us check out the crash processes viewer. Yes, so it is showing up that XTG desktop portal KDE has crashed today. Okay, anyways, let us open the console and let us do sudo dnf update. Let us see if it works. Yes, here you can see the update is available. So both the DNF Dragora and the Discover, there was an issue. I think this will be able to resolve the conflicts. So let us say yes. So you can see this Numix DNF had a conflicts when we try to install the updates from the Discover software store. But here let us see if it can navigate the conflicts. 852 MB is the download size. Around 287 packages will be added and 10 new packages will be installed. Let us see what happens. I think it will be successful to resolve the conflict with the Umix DNF package. Yes, it is able to navigate the multiple conflicts in Umix DNF. So it has resolved that, and the Umix DNF package you can see here, it has been installed. So there is no issue now. So whenever there is a very difficult conflict, you have to use the terminal installer, the terminal install method, and your problem will be solved. System will take the decisions, or sometimes it might ask you for the option to choose. If it asks you to choose the options, always go for the maintainers release, the latest package you have to choose. Okay, so now it is importing a new JPG key for the Fedora 36 primary Fedora project. So the Fedora project, there is a new JPG key. So it is asking us to import, asking the permission to import. We have to say yes. And now it is importing key for the glorious eggroll Nobara. This is the key for the Nobara project. So you have to again accept this. There is another key for Essensio System Limited, only office. So you have to accept this also. So if the transaction check is succeeded, yes, now it is succeeded. So it means that the Umix DNF package was properly installed. So the conflicts were properly resolved. Okay, so the update is successful using the terminal. So we had issues with the package conflict of Umix DNF in DNF Dragora and in the Discover Software Center. So both did not succeed. So we tried this terminal method where the package conflict was successfully handled and the update has completed successfully. With this, I will stop the video here. To conclude, I can say that this is a standard KDE desktop that is being offered by Nobara. Only two Nobara applications, that is the welcome app and the uh, video third party non-free codecs enablement package is there. So you can install that at your risk and your consent, and you can use the welcome app to install additional software and do additional tweaks to the desktop. But as in the ISO, it is a standard KDE desktop. Even there are no wallpapers, only the standard KDE organization wallpaper is there. Only one wallpaper is there. So whenever you use this Nobara KDE desktop, please remember that DNF Dragora has some bugs and it will take some time to sync. So you cannot use it immediately after installing the Nobara KDE desktop, or any KDE desktop having the DNF Dragora software store. You cannot use it immediately after installation. Let it sync with the servers. It will take at least 2-3 hours to get it updated, and then only you can start using the DNF Dragora. So with this, I stop the video here. See you in the next video. Bye.